willkommen, bienvenue, and welcome back to episode 8 of Crash Landing with Light. And man, oh man, a lot has happened since the last time you were here. Last you saw, I was building Aquabot, got him in place, got water for days, tons and tons processing. That's good. Also ran a bit through the dirt generator, got a good old stack and a half of dirt there. Haven't done anything with it just yet, but we will. We're going to sift that for grass seeds, and once we've got grass, we can start getting every other seed known to man. But down here, it doesn't look too different. We've got these glowstone nooks on the walls because, well, you get tons of them for each piece of glowstone that you chop up with the saw. Where's my saw? It's over here, I think. With the saw. So you get all of the light level for a tiny little block, and you get tons of those things. I'm fairly certain you get... No, I'm not going to guess. It's quite a few. And they generate no heat. So if I get away from that machine... well, I suppose over here isn't too much better. But it was really bad down here when it was a whole bunch of torches. So right here, it's nice and cool. I'm not certain why it's really hot right here. I'm going to have to look into that. But not today. The real changes, besides this squid in my mob trap, happen up top. You saw the spider cage. As you can tell, it's seeming a little overcast here, but there aren't a whole lot of mobs out. I can step outside, and look at that! I've got myself a big old bulwark between me and doom. I am sweating, but I'm good on water. As you can see, I also made a couple of extra camel packs because, well, they come in really handy. It's just leather and a glass bottle. I had a couple of extra glass bottles laying around. And for the leather, you just cook the rotten flesh. I've got this for days. I turned some of it into dirt. I had so much. Why would you burn those? So yeah, tons of leather. Had a couple of extra glass bottles. I could make way more if I wanted, but with 4 camel packs, I can get a lot of work done. So I could come out here, do all this digging, all this building, and not worry too much about my thirst. However, I did discover that when it should be raining here, it gets all dismal and overcast, and mobs can spawn at noon. Like it is right now, it's noontime. It looks a little overcast to me, but apparently it's not like fake thunderstorming. Because when it should be thunderstorming, it's dark enough that mobs can spawn, and man, do they spawn. Now, you might be wondering why there's a pit out here along with this bulwark. Hello, spider friend. If we look down in there, you can see we've got some MFR conveyor belts. They go all the way around. So anything that falls into the pit slowly gets pushed all the way around to here. Now spiders are just annoying. They climb the walls, they can do all sorts of things that they shouldn't be able to, and thus end up not dying so much in the trap. They'll die eventually or they'll despawn, but we also have that overhang so they can't get through. And I added a little extra overhang on these pillars because I like the aesthetics of having the pillars there, but they were a way for spiders to get in. So we gave it a little overhang, put some torches on top, and it looks nice. Now, these conveyor belts, thank you for demonstrating that, spider. Come right on through, and let's see if we... Oh, can't see it from there. Let's come back over here. Hello, spiders. I'm not going to get too close because they might be able to push a little bit through those microblocks and hit me. So I'm going to stay down here. On the other side of this wall are some iron spikes, which I talked about in the previous episode. Spiky doom behind there. If I walk forward, you see I get slowly pushed back. And that's because I have a fan on the other side. You might not have seen these before because they're not used terribly often. But you've got this fan from Open Blocks. Takes a little bit of iron, some iron bars, and a slab. And what it does is it applies a gentle breeze that pushes entities this direction. You can point it in whatever direction you like, but I have it pointing this way. So it pushes me, but more importantly, it pushes the items. So when these guys get killed by the spikes, their items get blown over onto these hoppers and then deposited in this chest. And there's tons of stuff. So we should probably take at least a little bit of this stuff out of there. And as you can see, rotten flesh for days. Ooh, we got a potato. So once we expand our farming operation, we'll come back, grab that potato, and we'll have some taters. Now, I still have this area secured because no matter how safe I make that, so long as it's open to the sky, things can get in. There are ghasts that pick up mobs and bring them to you. You could have a splitting creeper dropped on your head. Not pretty. What was I doing in here? Oh, right, zombie flesh. Chuck it in there, get some more dirt. What we really want to do today is play around with pneumaticcraft. Okay, so we got a couple of those slabs. Got a couple of those slabs. I'm looking for... Oh, this is what I was looking for. Still got tons of that roofing material left. We're going to need some slabs today. So, we go and talk to Impa. Click here to start. Under basic survival, we've done a lot of things. We could do this, but I don't really feel the need for any of those right now. We'll come back to that. Plastic, this is weird. We're going to have to go through pneumaticraft to be able to get this. The smeltery, need to go to the city. Not in the mood. So we're going to do under pressure. Not that your immediate needs are taken care of. Well, that should be now that your immediate needs are taken care of. It is time to start building the technology you will need to survive here for the long term. To that end, you'll need a new form of metal. You'll need, step 1, get some iron. This is simple. Just go smelt some ore into iron ingots. It wants 8 of them. I have done that, but I don't have 8 on me right now. Next up, you'll need some TNT. You should have plenty of gunpowder by now, and you can hammer cobblestone into gravel and then hammer that to get the sand you need. So, TNT. That's no problem. We've got gravel from our gravel generator over here. See, tons of stuff. We got stacks and stacks of gravel. And for some reason, I've got a stack of gravel on me. Did not notice that. My hammer is still downstairs. Let's have some tomato soup. We're a little bit on the hungry side. Someday I'll kill those squids, but it's kind of nice having an aquarium right now. And hammer time. Hammer and gravel. It's 5, right? Yeah, it's 5 or 4. I'm sure Impa told me and I just didn't pay any attention. And then we're going to need some gunpowder. Tons of gunpowder. And then let's craft up some TNT. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, and across. Yeah! Got ourselves some TNT. Better be careful with that. Got ourselves some slabs for a secret purpose in the very near future. Next up, we need a button. Button. Who's got the button? Okay, we've got a button because I don't want to use a lever. We've got these slabs. Next up, we need a bucket. I know I've got a bucket somewhere. Next, between this episode and next, I will likely figure out my storage situation. Oh, that's what happened to my bucket. I worked on getting rid of the starboard nacelle over there. And I brought back the blazing pyrotheum because I thought I might need it. But I need the bucket. I'm gonna go and take this outside and put it somewhere safe. Oh, it's all nice and dark out. And yet, we're still safe. I'm gonna come over here because it's already really hot over here. And there's no problem with it being a little bit hotter. Blazing pyrotheum, off the chart's temperature. put it down. Oh, right, it sets everything on fire. Not a good plan. I'll just make a new bucket. Man, I didn't want to have to make a new bucket, because I am running a little low on the iron at the moment, because I did make a whole lot of things, and yeah, it looks like I don't have any iron besides those 4. Ugh. Choices. Well, for the sake of not cutting and having to go and make tons more, doing a whole lot more sifting, I am going to just put the pyrotheum down and hope I don't light myself on fire when I come back to get it. Okay, you set everything ablaze. Yeah, there's nothing really flammable over there that'll... Oh, except for the wood planks. Too close to the wood planks. That'll go inside. That everything is too close to the wood planks. Ooh, this area is not too close to the wood planks. Sit there for a little while. And the reason I want the bucket is such that I can fill it with water so we don't have rampant destruction with the TNT. I want this to be nice and at least relatively secure. Sure, it's going to be a big explosion, but I don't want it destroying the infrastructure of my base. Sure, I could have it blow up some dust, and then I might get some dust for free without digging it, but I don't like it. Okay, so I believe we've got everything we need. So the question then becomes, where do we put it? Nice place for some controlled destruction. I'm thinking right here. So we've got a tiny little pit full of water. We take our slabs and go a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and hopefully that is solid enough to put a button on. Button? No. It's 2 separate slabs, so you cannot put a button on it. That makes me sad. What can I put a button on? Piece of wood. Wooden button on a piece of wood. That seems reasonable. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In the water. And the water looks safe enough. Let's eat some more tomato soup before everything goes horribly awry. Which it's likely to do, given what I'm about to do. Now, to make the compressed iron... alright, I suppose we should have Impa tell us. Make him feel useful. Keep an eye on our map. Make sure no spiders cross the neutral zone. Anybody? Anybody? Nobody. I do like that. I like that a lot. Okay, Impa, tell us. I suggest going a little away from your base for this one. Dig a hole, drop the iron in it, place the TNT next to the iron, ignite the TNT, and then stand back. When the smoke clears, you should see you now have some compressed iron. Unfortunately, some of the iron is lost. Don't worry, there will be a better way to do this later. Okay, and all we need is 1. So, even if we've got a 75% loss on this iron that's going into the pit, I said into the pit, and then we place the iron, or the TNT, we push the button, and then we run away. Boom! No damage taken, no damage to the environment. Even with mob griefing off, you can still grief it yourself. TNT blows it all to Kingdom Come. And then we can hop right back out. And now if we ever need to do it again, we got a nice, relatively safe place to do it. You do want to stand back though, because even if it's in water, it can damage you, just like creepers do. And you can see my mob trap is working. See this little guy just right along to his spiky doom. But enough about Spiky Doom. Let's get up here. Have a nice look around the place. Fire. Oh, we have our bucket back, so we can go and reclaim that pyrotheum before it sets the world ablaze. Shook. Off the bar and fill that back in. So eventually, I'm going to replace all the dust out here with dirt, get it all grassy and lush, little oasis in this dusty wasteland. And then once this area is complete, I'm going to start spreading out. And as you can see, right over there, we've got a skeleton riding a ghast. You think you're safe in this sanctuary? Never! Not until you got a roof. The question is, can he shoot me while he's riding that ghast? I'm going to go with yes, so I'm going to go inside. Because at least here, he's got a slightly lower chance of hitting me. Up into sky. Screenshot. Book. So, now that we're hiding away like a little coward from a skeleton riding a ghast, I suppose I could shoot him down, but no idea where my gun is. Okay, so going back to Impa. We got ourselves the compressed iron. He's going to give me 16 more. Take it. Beautiful. Next up, heating up. Going to make a pressure tube. Okay, make 1, get 4. Lovely. Lightning plant seeds, pressure gauge, and reward bag. Not sure how you would get these otherwise, so I'm probably going to take the seeds. Reward bags, in Agrarian Skies, they never seem to give me what I wanted. So it goes. Okay, so pressure tube. Consulting NEI, because I have not done anything with pneumaticcraft before, so I watched one video on how it works, but it's relatively new to me. So glass and compressed iron. So good thing we made that extra sand, eh? Down we go. Do we still have fuel? We still have fuel. Make that one piece of glass while that's working. Let's put the pyrotheum away. See, lots of glowstone nooks. And then we open this up. And we have our glass. Work, work, work. Glass and compressed. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Boink. And then we check our book. We got that. We get 4 more once we do other things. Air compressor. This will generate compressed air when fed any solid fuel. Charcoal is probably easiest for now, although I'd recommend against using blocks of charcoal. Be careful not to add too much pressure to the system. If you push the system into the red zone, over 5 bars of pressure, things could explode. The compressor can be set to respond to a redstone signal, so you can turn it off as needed using a lever. This can also be automated, but that is another quest. Apparently our princess is in another castle. Air compressor. This looks like an air compressor. Pow! A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Furnace and pressure tube. Why are we sweating? We're out of water. Camel pack to the rescue. Zombies. Oh, and you can see in the upper right, I changed my map a bit. I turned on the radar such that I can see the mobs. Super handy. Particularly when it gets all pseudo-stormy out and the mobs just start appearing while you're digging. Oh yeah, that's really helpful. Okay, so we need 1 of these. We need 6 of these. And we need 1 of these. Air compressor. Boop, 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 boop. What's next, Impa? Nothing. We just claim our reward. Reward bag, pressure gauge, or lightning plant seeds. Man, I love plants. I really do. The pressure gauge, I'm sure we're going to be able to build. The reward bag, goodness knows what it'll give you. Could be great, could be silkworms. I'm taking the lightning plants. Beautiful. Okay. Putting pressure to work or measuring pressure. Put it to work, measure it. Put it to work, measure it. Let's put it to work. Now you can generate pressurized air. What do you do with it? The most basic thing is making a pressure chamber. Almost all of the basic building blocks of pneumaticraft are made there. Check NEI as usual for the needed recipes. Start with a 3x3 pressure chamber. You will need 25 pressure chamber walls or pressure chamber windows and 1 pressure chamber valve. Simply build a 3x3 cube, leaving the very center block open. The pressure chamber valve must connect to the air block in the middle. Pressure chamber valve, pressure chamber window, and pressure chamber wall. Let's check on those recipes. Pressure chamber wall takes 8 for 4. The window takes 8 and a glass for 4. And the valve takes 8 and a tube for 4. So we're going to need 26 blocks in total. Only one of these though, so 25 of these. Oof, I'm going to have to do a bit of grinding. But that's all the time we've got for today. So I'll do that grinding off camera, try to get my inventory situation, well, my storage situation sorted as well. And then next time we'll start doing some compressing. I'll catch you next time in episode 9 of Crash Landing with Light.